Christmas is upon us once again. Yes, that time of year where we enjoy decorations, cold weather and fine food has returned, bringing with it festive cheer and suitably themed films on TV. Because hey, that's one of the best things about Christmas. Eating until you can't move and then chilling out on the sofa with a good movie. But you can't just watch any old movie. Oh no, you need something that suits the festive season. Everyone has their favourites, from newer entries such as The Christmas Chronicles, to the classic and slightly depressing ones like The Snowman. I feel your pain, James. I feel your pain. So, in the spirit of the season, I'm going to share with you my 5 favourite Christmas films, and don't forget to let me know in the comments which films are your favourite to watch at this time of year. Let's begin! At number 5 is The Polar Express. I loved this 2004 animated movie the first time I saw it, and not just because the massive steam train most of the film takes place on. I mean, that's a part of it, because trains are cool, but there was something about the story I really liked. A boy who has become skeptical about the existence of Santa gets woken up by a giant train turning up outside his house and goes on a journey to the North Pole to meet Santa? Okay, so the story isn't exactly great, but Tom Hanks plays about half the roles in the film, which is great. Plus we get to see a train drifting across a lake of ice. Just try not to think too much about Elf Steven Tyler. At number 4 is Die Hard. This may be a controversial entry for some, since no one can seem to agree on whether or not Die Hard is in fact a Christmas movie. I mean, it came out in July of 1988. That's not exactly in the window of Christmas, and Christmas isn't really the central theme of the film either, which is why it's not higher on the list. But it is a fantastic action film, and set against the backdrop of an office Christmas party has ensured it gets a place on many festive viewing lists. Detective John McClane travels from New York to Los Angeles, intending to reconcile with his estranged wife during the festive season. Now, if that isn't in the spirit of Christmas, I don't know what is. Armed men taking over the tower is just a distraction from the heartwarming tale of a man trying to reconnect with his wife during the holidays. A classic. Number 3 is Home Alone, released in 1990. This may be the first Christmas movie I really remember watching when I was a kid, and it deserves its iconic status as one of the Christmas films to watch. The story of a young boy named Kevin being left home alone while his family jets off to Paris for the holidays has some genuine heart to it. Yes, we all remember Macaulay Culkin's brilliant portrayal of Kevin and the antics of the wet bandits Harry and Marv trying to break into his house and getting caught in Kevin's traps, but it's the connections the characters have that really make this a great Christmas film. Kevin's mother frantically trying to get home to her son, Kevin's gradual realization that he actually misses his family and his absolute joy when he is reunited with them, and Old Man Marley reconnecting with his estranged son are all touching moments that elevate this film to such a high level. In at number 2 is The Muppet Christmas Carol. This 1992 retelling of Charles Dickens' novella A Christmas Carol remains one of my favourite Muppet movies. Many of the characters of the story are portrayed by the Muppets, including the author Charles Dickens himself as played by Gonzo the Great, but the role of Scrooge is played by Michael Caine. Caine portrays Scrooge brilliantly as a crotchety miser who believes Christmas is a waste of time. It's only through the intervention of his former business partners, Marley and Marley, and the ghosts of Christmas past, present and future that make Scrooge change his selfish ways. The film is full of humour and warmth, but there's some darker moments too that nicely balance the tone of the movie. While it's easy to be cynical and point out Scrooge may only be acting charitably towards the end of the film because he wants to avoid the fate of the Marleys, Michael Caine portrays the changed Scrooge in such a genuine way that it's hard not to believe his change of heart is sincere. And finally, at number 1, my all-time favourite Christmas movie is Arthur Christmas. I mean, really, look at my outfit. This can't have been much of a surprise to anyone. This 2011 animated feature film from Aardman Animations, the studio behind Wallace and Gromit, has everything I want from a Christmas movie. There's the North Pole, elves, magic, Santa, high-tech ships capable of travelling 150,000 miles per hour with advanced cloaking capabilities, reindeer, it's got it all. The film tells the story of Arthur, the youngest son of Santa, who tries to save the day when a logistical error means a child doesn't get their present delivered. Cue a globe-trotting adventure as Arthur, his grandfather Grand Santa, and a stowaway elf take the antiquated sleigh out to deliver a bicycle to Gwen, a little girl in Cornwall, England. I love everything about this film. the highly organised NASA-style control room of the North Pole Operations Centre, the gradual loss of Arthur's naivety as he realises Santa isn't quite the man he believed him to be, Steve's awkward doorstep encounter with a child, and that final moment as Arthur, Steve and Santa watch in awe as Gwen joyfully opens her present and they realise that which one of them is Santa doesn't matter. What matters is the idea of Santa and the absolute joy and wonder he brings to children across the globe. So those were some of my favourite Christmas movies, but I want to know what's on your festive watch list. What films do you like to watch during the festive season? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Have a Merry Christmas and a great New Year.